that discipleship must be intentional. It must have true accountability for it to become intentional. And true accountability means growing obedience to all. And I mean growing. It's not perfect right away, but it's growing obedience to all. And that's why verse 20 is there. Teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. Because without obedience, without growing in obedience, without accountability, there will not be transformation. That's why the command to us is to teach them to obey all. When we obey all, we are transformed. And the objective and the goal of discipleship is to become Christ-like mature. And that happens when we teach the disciples to observe all. And when we grow in that area, we become mature. Conversely, if we don't obey, then discipleship is incomplete. And in a sense, it's failing. I thought I was intentional. I thought I was a good disciple maker. But I discovered that I was not intentional in teaching others to obey all. Did you hear me? I was teaching them to teach. I've been a pastor for quite some time and a discipler. I was teaching them to know. I was teaching them to facilitate. Nothing wrong with that. That was good. But I discovered that I was not that committed to teaching the discipler to obey all. And when I discovered that, I repented. I said, from now on, I am going to commit to talk to our disciples, me and my wife, and we will make sure that they are obeying all. And when that happens, I was transformed, believe it or not. I became a better person because it says, teach them to obey all. How did I change? By teaching them to obey all. I discovered that I will not be effective in teaching them to obey all unless I myself obey all. And so what we did was, we talked to our disciples, we talked to the leaders that God gave us, and we started to tell them this, hey, you have to be intentional. Not only are you going to share the gospel, but you're going to teach others, especially your family, your wife, to obey all. In other words, husbands, disciple your wife. That's what we told our couples. And at that time, we probably had about 20 couples, and we were telling them. And what we experienced, we passed on to them. And they did that to their disciples, and so on and so forth.